Hi there, my name is Rafael Morales and I want to go over one of the options or an option that we have in 5.6 SR1 which is called LPR as a credential. In auto view we can use a SharpV camera, and those are capable of reading license plates from passing vehicles. Now when a SharpV camera is installed on a fixed location just as we see right now, with a view of the license plate as they approach the vehicle acts as barrier. In this example, plate reads from the camera can be used as credentials in Security Center. If the plate number matches a user's credential, then the system can trigger the barrier to allow access to the vehicle. We have another example where also the license plate is not part of a user credential. Then we can use that event to then trigger actions that an operator can respond to. And our example will be an alarm. Now, what are the components that we need? We're going to need Security Center 5.6 or higher, SR1. We're going to need a Synergist Cloud link. Our SharpV camera is going to be connected just as almost like an access control panel to our intelligent cloud link with a firmware version of 10.5. A SharpV camera with a Sharp OS version 12.3. And a quick note, the first generation Synergist master controller does not support the SharpV camera when running a Sharp OS 12.3 or higher. Once the Sharp camera is added to the Synergist Cloud link, it will behave as a door or barrier. Here are some of the features that we support on SoftWire 10.5 when adding the SharpV camera. So let's get started. Check the version of the Security Center by opening Config Tool and selecting the About tab. Here we make sure that we're running the latest version of the application, or at a minimum 5.6 SR1. Now we also need to go ahead and check the version of our Cloud Link. So we're going to have an access manager. There's going to be our Cloud Link is going to be added to. So if you open a browser, go to the IP address of the Cloud Link using the username and password assigned to the Cloud Link. By default is admin in SoftWire, but of course, a lot of users do change the password for the Cloud Link. So just go ahead and log in. Once you log in, we're going to go to the home page, select firmware upgrade, and under firmware upgrade, you can see on the top your Synergist appliance firmware information. If need be, you can click on the select upgrade file and upgrade your firmware. Also, we need to make sure that our Sharp OS is up to version and what we need, and for that as well, you go ahead and open a browser using the IP address of the name of the SharpV camera. You're going to log in with username and password, and on the dashboard tab right in the middle you can check the version of the camera. Alright, some of the steps to successfully connect your camera to the Cloud Link and then to the Access Manager. We're going to log in to the SharpV. When enable HTTPS. We're not going to assign an extension to the SharpV camera, and the following video will take you step by step going through 1 through 5 here. Then we're going to add the SharpV to the Cloud Link. Then once we add the SharpV to the Cloud Link, then we're going to create the door entity in Config Tool, and if need be, or if you want to, you can also add the SharpV camera to the LPR manager. Let's go ahead and take a look at the steps on this upcoming short video. Now, let's go ahead and take step number 1. As you can tell here, I'm actually connected. Open a browser, and I type the IP address of my Synergist Cloud Link. All I want to do is make sure that I'm currently running the SoftWire version that is appropriate to get LPR as a credential. So let me go ahead and log in. with the username of admin. I already went ahead and changed the password of my CloudLink. So let me go and log in here and take you to the steps just to verify the firmware on the CloudLink. On the main page, let's go to maintenance and then firmware upgrade. And as you can see, I'm running 10.5, so that's a good version. Again, if you're not running 10.5, you can go to GTAB and download the latest version, and then by selecting the upgrade file, you can go ahead and upgrade the file on your CloudLink. Once I do that, I'm going to open another tab here in my browser, and let me go and log out. I'm going to type the IP address or the SharpV unit name on the browser here. Then I'm going to type my username and password once again, and I'm going to click on connect. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check my version of the Sharp OS. Under the dashboard, it tells me that I'm running version 10.3, which is good. Now, step number 2, let me go to configuration, and I'm going to select security. For this, I need to make my camera to use HTTPS. So first of all, let me create a self-signed certificate. Okay, so let me click here. Let me go ahead now and type in the information here. And let's say I'm just typing here under organization for Genetech and training, and I'm using the IP address of the unit, and I'm going to click OK on this one. It's creating the self-signed certificate that I'm going to need, and there it is. Now I can go ahead and select use HTTPS. So let me go ahead and click there. Let me go ahead and save. Once I save, I'm going to go ahead and reboot my unit as well. Notice that it says you must reboot the unit to change for the changes to take effect. So let's go ahead and reboot the unit now. Now, once I reboot the unit, notice that now, because it's a self-signed certificate, is not secure, but I am using HTTPS. I'm going to click on Advanced, Proceed, and I should have access to my camera. Okay. Now I'm going to go to Config Tool, and notice that I already selected the Access Control tab here, because I'm going to add the SharpV camera to my Synergist CloudLink. Now the Synergist CloudLink was previously added to the Access Manager already, which we have it right here. Now by going to the Hardware tab, we're going to notice that we have an option for Genetech Auto View. I'm going to click on the plus sign here, and I'm going to give the SharpV unit a name, a channel name under the CloudLink here. So let me just call it the front gate. Okay, that's the front gate door or barrier. Then I'm going to click on the bus, the interface, where basically we are adding a SharpV camera, admin, and the password that I normally use to log into the portal of that SharpV camera. Make sure it's the correct one. Select your output behavior, normally open or state, open or close. Then we're going to type the IP address of the camera, or the unit. In my case, it's I believe it's 219. There it is. Okay. Port 443 because you're using HTTPS, and the HTTPS public key here should be left blank. All right, so I'm going to click on apply. My settings. Now we'll go back here. Once I went ahead and synchronized my CloudLink, click on synchronize, and notice now that my front gate, which represents my SharpV unit, and now I have the HTTPS public key here. From here, all I got to do now is under Config Tool, I can now create the entity of the door. That SharpV unit is going to represent almost like a reader. It's going to let people in based on their credential, and that credential is going to be a license plate number now. So I'll go to the area view. This is where I configure doors. So let me go ahead and create a new door now. Notice that I haven't added my SharpV camera, and I'm going to delete right now that unit. I haven't added that SharpV camera to the LPR manager as of yet. So I'm going to add an entity, and I'm going to add a door. It's a front gate door. Click next. The access control unit is being managed by my Synergist CloudLink, and the interface is the auto view unit here. Click next and create. Like any other door, I have to configure all the hardware or the 4 components to my door. Notice that I have a Genetec front gate with a SharpV camera as my interface for the reader. Request to exit. I got 2 inputs on the unit. I'm going to use one for request to exit. I can select an output to unlock the gate, and also I can select an input for my door sensor as well. Now notice now that I have my front gate, my Sharp unit or auto view is in charge of that one now. Now, like any other door, and of course you can select change the icon here. Let's go ahead and change the icon of our gate so it doesn't look like a door anymore. It's a gate. And now we know this is a SharpV camera that we're going to use as a reader to read license plate numbers. Now, what are the steps now? Of course, we need to create a car holder. We need to also create a credential for that car holder. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and create a car holder now, and let's go ahead and do that now. So let's create one. It's going to be Rafael Morales, and I'm going to add a credential now. Now, I'm not going to be adding a card as a credential. I'm going to add a license plate number. And let's go ahead and add this one here, UT 7553. Okay. I'm going to save that information, and now I have my car holder with the credential that I added. Once I have a car holder, I have a credential, I need to create an access rule. So under config tool, go to access control, access rule, and I'm going to create now the access rule for the gate. Front gate access rule. I'm going to use the always schedule because I can always go through that gate as long as that camera reads my license plate and create. What are the 3 components of an access rule? We have a schedule, determines when I can go through the gate, who can go through the gate, there's nobody there, and there's nobody at the door. So I need to finish that. Let me go ahead and add who can go through that or who can use that access rule to Rafael, and we're going to assign the front gate. So now, as long as Rafael's car goes through that gate and we read 11 UT 7553, that gate should be open. Should trigger that output. Now, as you can see, I went ahead and actually changed the license plate credential for my Rafael Morales user, and as soon as I presented my or the license plate to the unit, not only did I get a license plate read, but also I got an access granted at the gate as well. Okay. Well, hopefully this video was useful. Another note, I also went ahead and added my SharpV camera to the LPR manager. This is why I'm getting my reads. The process to doing that is, again, fairly simple. Just go to the unit, go to configuration, and then select your extension. Make it the security center extension so your LPR manager can receive the reads from your camera. Now you have your camera as an LPR unit also as a like a reader as well to get access granted or access denied or car holder events as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it is useful to you. Take care. Bye-bye.